What if the person you trusted most was the very one plotting your downfall? What if love turned into obsession, and a plan for romance became a trap of betrayal? This summer on Days of Our Lives, the drama in Salem reaches new heights as Sophia Choi spirals into dangerous territory. Her jealousy burns, her plans are twisted, and her sights are set on destroying Tate and Holly's fragile love once and for all. Let's dive into all the shocking twists, emotional battles, and ruthless sabotage that will unfold, because what Sophia's planning isn't just revenge, it's personal. At the heart of the chaos unfolding in Salem lies one simple, heartbreaking truth. Sophia Choi is still in love with Tate Black. She doesn't say it out loud. She buries it under sarcasm, deflection, and fake smiles. But every time she sees him with Holly, every time she hears his voice, her chest tightens. Deep down, she's never moved on. Not really. And now, watching Tate drift back into Holly Jonas's arms is pushing her closer to a breaking point. Sophia's feelings aren't just emotional, they've become tactical. She's not just mourning a lost love, she's plotting to reclaim it. And that plan started with a decision that shocked even herself: surrendering her own child. Instead of stepping into motherhood, Sophia chose a safe haven box and walked away from her newborn son. Not out of cruelty, but out of desperation. She convinced herself that being a mother at her age would ruin her future. That she'd lose her freedom, her dreams, and most of all, any chance of being with Tate. In Sophia's mind, the baby wasn't a blessing. It was a barrier. And now that the child is out of the picture, she sees a clear path back to Tate, or so she thinks. But as every Salem local knows, the heart wants what it wants, and consequences always come knocking. While Sophia calculates her next move from the shadows, Holly and Tate are rediscovering something unexpected: each other. Time and trauma had once driven a wedge between them. But lately, soft moments of vulnerability and reconnection have rekindled a spark they both thought had burned out. It's the way he looks at her when she laughs. The way she leans into him when she's unsure. They're not the same teens they once were, but maybe, just maybe, they're better now. Their bond is tested in the most terrifying way imaginable. Just as their relationship is gaining momentum, Holly and Ariana Horton are kidnapped, swept into a dangerous situation involving Doug Williams III's criminal debts. In an instant, their lives are in danger, and everything changes. The entire town of Salem goes into panic. Search efforts mobilize. Families fall apart. But no one is more unhinged than Tate. His fear is raw, visceral, and consuming. He blames himself for not protecting Holly. He becomes determined to do whatever it takes to help bring her back. And when Holly is finally rescued, alive, shaken, but safe, she doesn't just run to her family. She runs to Tate. Their embrace says it all. Love forged in the fire of crisis is nearly impossible to break. They survive the abduction, but something else is born from it: a new beginning. A relationship built not just on attraction, but on loyalty, fear, and relief. It's tender, real, strong, and it's everything Sophia fears most. Sophia was hoping time, and her lies, would be enough to win Tate back. She told him she had a baby girl. That she'd given the child up to loving adoptive parents. She painted a picture of strength, independence, and closure. All of it was fake. But it bought her time. And now, that time is up. Sophia realizes that subtle manipulation won't be enough. Holly and Tate are too strong. Too united. So she changes her approach, from passive-aggressive to full-blown sabotage. Her descent begins quietly: fake concern, casual remarks, planted doubts. She begins insinuating things about Holly's character, subtle jabs meant to chip away at Tate's trust. But when that doesn't work, Sophia takes a much darker turn. Ari Horton notices the shift. She sees the obsession behind Sophia's eyes and tries to intervene. Ari begs her to stop, to move on, to find peace before she destroys everything and everyone in her path. But Sophia isn't hearing it anymore. She's past the point of return. Her mind begins crafting a new fantasy, not just where Holly and Tate break up, but where Tate sees Holly as the betrayer, the villain, the one who crushed his heart. And Sophia? She'll be there to pick up the pieces. This isn't about love anymore. It's about control, about vengeance, about making Tate hurt the way she did. And she's willing to cross any line to make it happen. In one of the most chilling and twisted developments days of our lives has teased in recent memory, Sophia Choi is about to cross a line that no one ever expected, and no one may be able to forgive. Fueled by obsession and jealousy, Sophia devises a plan so cruel, so meticulously sinister, it feels more like something out of a psychological thriller than daytime drama. She sets her sights on Holly Jonas, not with fists or arguments, but with reputation-destroying manipulation. According to explosive summer preview footage, Sophia manages to gain access to Holly during a vulnerable moment, when Holly is completely unconscious. How she gets her that way is still under speculation, but whispers around Salem suggest Sophia may have drugged her. Whether slipped into a drink or administered some other way, the result is the same: Holly, helpless and unaware. That's when Sophia strikes. She carefully poses Holly in bed, partially undressed with her bra exposed, staging the scene to look like something scandalous has occurred. The camera clicks. The flash goes off. And in an instant, Sophia has created a weapon, a set of fabricated images that could shatter lives. The goal isn't just to shame Holly. It's to humiliate her, to paint her as someone unfaithful, reckless, and undeserving of Tate's love. Sophia may plan to spread the photos anonymously, leak them to social media, or worse, send them directly to Tate, timed perfectly to destroy his trust in Holly at its most fragile moment. The depth of betrayal in this act is staggering. Not only is Sophia violating Holly's physical privacy, she's attacking her emotional core. Her reputation, her relationships, her right to safety and dignity. If Sophia gets her way, this isn't just about breaking up a couple. It's about erasing Holly's credibility entirely, so that even if she defends herself, no one will believe her. At this point in the storyline, Sophia is no longer just a jealous ex-girlfriend. She has morphed into something far more dangerous, an emotional saboteur, willing to destroy others to fulfill a fantasy that never truly existed. What began as heartache has twisted into full-blown obsession, and that obsession is manifesting in darker, more disturbing ways every day. This isn't just about winning Tate back. Sophia's tactics have become about total control, of the narrative, of perception, and ultimately, of Tate himself. She wants to be the only one he turns to, the only one he trusts, and the only one left standing once the emotional wreckage settles. What's terrifying is how cold and calculated she has become. Sophia doesn't lash out impulsively. She plots. She waits. She strikes with precision, knowing exactly where and how to cause maximum emotional damage. But underneath this composed surface is a sea of emotional instability. Sophia is driven by a warped belief that she deserves Tate's love, no matter the cost. That she's been cheated out of a future that was meant to be hers. And in her mind, Holly is the thief who stole it. As the web of lies begins to unravel, when Tate starts seeing inconsistencies, or when Holly begins to remember flashes of that disturbing night, the consequences will be devastating. And not just for Sophia. Tate's emotional state may be shattered when he realizes how deeply he was manipulated. Holly's sense of safety could be permanently scarred. And Sophia? She may lose everything, including her grip on reality. The question now is not just how far Sophia will go, but whether anyone can stop her before it's too late. The storm has been set in motion. The lies are in play. The trap has been triggered. Now, it's only a matter of time before the fallout begins. As we move into the next chapter of this tangled love triangle, the stakes are no longer just romantic, they are psychological, reputational, and deeply personal. Will Tate be able to see through the fog of deception, or will he be lured into Sophia's trap and turned against the girl who loves him? Will Holly find the strength to defend herself and expose the truth before the photos ruin her name and destroy her relationship? And what will Sophia do when her carefully constructed lies begin to crack? Will she double down, lash out, or finally face the consequences of the pain she's caused? One thing is certain. Days of Our Lives is delivering some of the most emotionally charged storytelling of the summer. Relationships will be tested, friendships will fracture, and the truth, no matter how deeply buried, will always find its way to the surface. Sophia has made her move. The trap has been set. Now, Tate and Holly must fight not just for each other, but for their very identities, their dignity, and their truth. And in a town like Salem, where secrets rarely stay secret, this explosive scandal might just change everything. If you're loving this intense storyline as much as we are, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Sophia has gone too far? Can Holly and Tate survive this attack? Or is Salem about to lose another young couple to deception and obsession? Stay tuned, because on Days of Our Lives, nothing stays buried for long.